let's get right to it. We are on to the second round. How y'all doing, by the way? Merry Christmas. Y'all see that? It's Christmas week. Christmas week. Celebrated Christmas by having a bye in fantasy in my own league. The Olive Garden League is already going to the championship. We'll cover that later on. But first, that playoff bracket. All right. It looks like the number one seed will be facing off against K-Money. And the computer came back around for another dose of me. So I got to face the computer. I'm sorry, Todd. I feel bad. I don't. I'm actually glad that that team ended up doing good. This shit gonna be pretty interesting. Like, I was talking to my best friend, and we was talking about, like, you know, computer. It says CPU team or whatever. But, like, it's really a computer. Like, we don't think that's a human back there just setting the stuff up. Right. Anyways, so I get to play computer again. And I'm kind of looking forward to it because the last time I played the computer, he did that. Also, 132 points, that's the most points he scored all season. And 112, I was the third highest point scorer in the league that week. I was kind of on a little bit of a roll, and yeah, him and Tina came through him. Back-to-back weeks. Got my ass. But, so I'm on the revenge tour this week. I gotta make sure I get these lineups right. Gotta make sure everything's set. I gotta make sure he don't make it to this championship, because that means whoever wins up top gotta get all this money. And I need a shot at this money. So, fingers crossed. But let's recap what these scores look like from last week. K-Money scored 132 points. You know, I was listening to a podcast, and they said 58, not podcast, I got an update on my phone. It said 58% of all the teams in the championship, because you know most of the leagues do, or in ESPN, 58% of the teams have Christian McCaffrey on them. And she has Christian McCaffrey on her team. So I'm like, that's probably who I'm going to be facing in the championship. Oh, she got so many running backs. Anyways, but not to be slept on. Motherfucking GM been snapping all year. She only got 4 losses. But we'll see. That's gonna be an interesting little matchup. I like that little matchup over there too. So it's getting down to the nitty gritty over here, if you know what I'm saying. But we got our fingers crossed. We're hoping for the best. Real fast. I'm gonna squeeze the Thursday night game right now. And who is the Thursday night game? It is the Jets. I keep forgetting it's the Jets and the Browns. Joe Flacco revenge game. Which, that's just what they say when somebody plays their former team after they move on. I don't know what the revenge is for. But Joe Flacco kind of been snapping lately. And the Jets are pretty good on defense. So I would be a little bit nervous about starting the Jets defense against Joe Flacco this week. But I will also be nervous about starting Joe Flacco against that Jets defense. I ran with that Jets defense for a little bit this year. So, appreciate you. What was I doing? Oh, yeah, Thursday night game. I'm picking. I'm going to go Joe Flacco. Cleveland. By 4. By 4. It's by 4 every week. I don't count. Yeah, everybody by 4. These games ended up being closer than they were supposed to be a lot of these weeks. So, there's that. On, real fast, and then we'll come back around. I'll show you what my projected lineup looks like for the week in my league. But first, just because I like doing that still. Like, I don't think I'm ever going to stop being in this league just so I can do that. So, there's that. Let's see what these brackets look like over here. It was, oh my gosh, Chris and Willie game. Chris and Willie, so good. So good. Boy, Brandon Ayuk almost came back and got that thing for you, Willie. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to go through that. But Chris beat him by 3.8. And see, that's a good playoff matchup. That's a nice little playoff matchup. Unlike the other side, that boy Steve scored 160. Steve said, I got this down. It's over with. And he had 100 points on the bench. 120 or something like that. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, he's scoring a lot of points. It don't look like nobody can beat Steve right now. But that's how that went. So now it's down to Chris and Willie. The top 2 seeds made it to the championship over there. I have been dominating the consolation bracket down here. I got one more. I guess if the best I can get is 7th place, I'll go ahead and do that. I was in 9th place last year. So we're moving on up. Maybe I'll be in 5th place next year. Every time I do good over there, because I'm still setting my lineup all the way to the end of the year, I go back and look at my lineup after the end of the season just to make sure it's gone, so I don't have to set it again. After week 18, I'm going to go look. It's going to say there's going to be no players. Or there's going to be no matchups. And I got to make sure, because I go set a lineup over there. I'm so used to setting the lineup. A Dynasty League. I'll tell you about that in a minute. Let me see. Uh-oh, where you going? Oh, close that. This lineup over here. Lamar Jackson. Did y'all see Lamar Jackson? I told y'all. I told you. Now they want to say he MVP. I don't know about all that because he been a little rocky in the middle of the year himself. But he's still Lamar Jackson. So, appreciate you. Kyren Williams and Breece Hall. So I did set a lineup last week and I scored 120 points. I did not have Breece Hall in the lineup. Silly me. It is Breece Hall and for the Jets. That is it. He's their running back and they throw to him. He had 16 targets last week. It's Breece Hall. Like, what are we doing? Steve didn't start Breece Hall. He scored 160. Breece Hall was part of the 120 that Steve had on the bench. Steve could have scored 300 fantasy points. It's crazy. Or at least 240. Easy cake. Brandon Ayuk and Rashee Rice. I still got Jamar Chase and Keenan Allen. Both of them are hurt. But Brandon Ayuk and Rashee Rice is not a bad combo to replace them with. So I'm not very nervous about that. DeAndre Swift is a flex now. That's where he's at. Dalton Schultz over Dallas Goedert this week. And next week, if the Ravens rest, it'll be C.J. Stroud over Lamar Jackson. Thanks, Todd. That's comforting. And that 49ers defense, which was on my opponent's team last time we played. And Justin Tucker, which was also on my opponent's team the last time we played. But they stream all that stuff. I do not. I'm trying to find one I can keep forever. And with the exception of that Ravens game, 49ers defense has been pretty solid. So, and Justin Tucker is Justin Tucker. But, all right. I was nervous that this would take too little bit of amount of time. But, oh, y'all see the Christmas hat. What did you guys get for Christmas? You know what I got for Christmas? Let's not forget what we got for Christmas. We're going to Miami on Friday to go to the game on Saturday with my best friend. Appreciate the wife for that. Step your wife game up. Just playing. Just playing. Did I miss anything? I don't think I missed anything. I did the Thursday game. Browns by 4. Yes. Lineup for the Savvy? Yes. Got to win the consolation bracket for Olive Garden? Yes. Oh, Dynasty team, our Dynasty League next year. We collab on that. We will have more details in the future. I will invite people who I feel like are dedicated to the football stuff. And so we will start doing that next year. How many teams? That'll give me 3 teams at least. Yeah, I got everything. I love you guys. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year's. Leave all the bullshit in 2024. Don't take it to 2025. That's where we're going, right? No, we're going 2024. Leave all the bullshit in 2023. Don't take it to 2024. Don't take it to 2024. You know why? Because it's already bullshit waiting for you in 2024. Don't take the old shit with you. Appreciate that. Love y'all. See y'all next week. Peace.